championship game in the Big Ten Conference. A precious trophy with a long tradition to battle for here, but also a game that's been a launching pad into the college football playoff. Welcome, everyone, to Lucas Oil Stadium, home of the Colts here in Indianapolis, Indiana. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a playoff team from last year, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports, I'm Chris Fowler, joined in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get this thing going. Trophy. Texas. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackle at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. Shotgun now. Here's an inside give. It's a solid gain. Moves the ball out to the 28.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game, but boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
Here's a 1st and 10 play. They're going to run it. And the run moves the ball up to the 33.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid game here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Exactly. Here's 2nd down. Scanning the field. It's Moore. And he can't hold on right in his hands, and he dropped it.
Well, Chris, as you know, anymore in college football, these tight ends are essentially wide receivers. They move them all over the place and try to find a good matchup. And they had one. They're just unable to complete the pass.
After the incompletion, they'll face a 3rd and 6. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Pringle. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a 1st down.
That's exactly what you want to see here from this offense. A big 3rd down conversion. Offensive line did their job, giving a quarterback enough time. Great read, good execution, throws the ball accurately. And now you got some momentum going here on this opening drive.
They go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. A sophomore with a strong tackle there.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. And he drops back in the gun. Oh, the pass rush gets home.
This is exactly how you can slow down the momentum and a rhythm of an offense. You got to get some tackles for a loss and some sacks. This time, they come up with a sack by getting after that quarterback.
So here comes 3rd and long, trying to overcome that sack. This is going to be really difficult. They're going to throw it on 3rd and very long. Fires it to the wideout. Over the middle, incomplete.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this 3rd down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
And the returner heads out of bounds. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on 1st down.
makes it 2nd and medium. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Picks up the first, looking for more. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground. The Longhorns come to the line in the hurry up.
All right, Chris, here comes that tempo. Sometimes just getting that first down will kick them into that gear.
He'll try a pass here. Oh, and he can't quite hold on. Chance for the big fella to come up with a takeaway there. Sets up a 2nd down.
Pretty nice catch here, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, but hands, sometimes a little questionable, as we saw here.
They bring him down at the 45 and a solid gain to keep this drive going.
These big pass plays can jumpstart this offense a bit, and here they go at the tempo, looking to get this defense confused and out of position.
Looking deep downfield to the left. He's got it on the left sideline for a huge gain.
How about that? Receiver had nobody around him. That's frankly embarrassing for this defense.
Hold on a second. The replay official has signaled that he wants to have another look at this play. And that review confirms the ruling on the field was correct, so the play will stand. The Longhorns will line up on 1st and 10. A pre-snap motion from the offense. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss.
Not only does the defense stack him up at the point of attack, but he was instantly pushed backwards. The defense was prepared to defend the RPO.
6th play of the drive coming up. Tailback takes the handoff again. It's a short game, but look at that defense swarm to the football. We're backed up here trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. To throw, it's Williams. The pass is intercepted. Not much room in that return. Tackled at the 16, but an important takeaway for this defense.
Hey, these guys have been giving up some plays. I mean, this offense looked pretty good. They're moving the ball, but they get them to 3rd down. They get pressure on the quarterback. Quarterback panics, puts that ball into coverage, and this defense comes up with that big interception.
And the Michigan offense back out on the field. They were forced to punt last time. Can they get this offense going finally? Get some points out of this possession. Grab behind the line. It's Johnson. Tackle made on the play at the 29-yard line.
You know, each receiver brings something a little bit different to the table, Chris. To me, the outside receivers usually are a little bit longer, taller guys. You get those slot receivers in the inside. Not only can they make the catch, but they have quickness to make plays after the catch. Great example of that right here.
They tackle him right at the 35-yard line.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. And he'll set up to throw. Running out of time in the pocket. The ball is picked off. He can go. He'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Now, cold weather always seems to make life more difficult in the passing game. You can see this quarterback really wants that one back. That's a tough break on this interception.
Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. That costly red zone interception the last time out. Let's see if they can recover from that error. What a catch! They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal yardage to the 9. Longhorns will hustle to the line to crank the tempo. Looking to throw. It's Williams. He's got it near the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Longhorns. Well, no surprise for offense this good. Short field, quick touchdown.
Yeah, you get into the red zone, though, there's a tendency to want to get conservative. I love that the offensive coordinator and the quarterback kept attacking until they came away with 7 points.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And he's brought down at the 16, but been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. And for the first play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. Looking to throw it on first down. Defense is coming after him. Hit just as he throws the ball.
And I am so impressed with the athletic ability and speed of this defense. Quarterback does a pretty good job of keeping the play alive, scrambling off to his right. But that defensive speed and their aggressive nature get to him.
So second down after the incompletion. Looking for a man. He's running out of time here. Pass is incomplete. The defense affecting the quarterback with pressure there.
Anytime a quarterback's able to recognize a free rusher like that, that's what the check down is for. He has to recognize the protection issues quickly and pivot.
Back to throw. It's Moore. Throwing for his running back. With the catch, it's Pringle. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on third down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. He's swallowed up at the line. Could not get past that big defensive tackle.
I mean, Chris, you have to admire this offense. They continue to try to sprinkle in the run game, even though it's not been able to really get established. But they're not just becoming one-dimensional. You got to respect that, and hopefully at some point it'll pay off.
On second down here. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Pressure is coming. And the pass is incomplete.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Offense facing a third and long from the 28. Got to have your pass protection in order on this play. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the first down. That's caught. It's Stewart. Heads out of bounds after a solid game.
One of the areas that separates good offensive coordinators from great ones is how efficient their offense is on third down passing plays. And that was a perfect call and really well executed.
The Wolverines pick up enough yardage to get a fresh set of downs. Now they call a run. And the defense smothers him for no gain. What's the play call here on second down for this offense?
Well, a lot of times you see teams go up-tempo when they've got momentum. It comes off for a big gain. These guys are struggling, and yet here they go, going back to old reliable, trying to get back to the line of scrimmage again.
Quick completion to the tight end. Finally make the tackle, but not before he crosses midfield. First down to the 44. So Texas has the lead, Kirk, as we break here for the quarter. Let's check out the stats now through the opening period. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. He'll hand it off. That's a nice wrap-up there by the junior.
Well, another short game for this offense on the ground, and you got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They have really negated that aspect of this offense the entire first half and really making them one-dimensional. And if that doesn't change, I don't know how they get back into this game.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Dropping back. It's Moore. Quick throw to his receiver. Drop over the middle. It's Johnson. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down.
That's a nice completion here by this Michigan offense. And when Michigan is really clicking, you think about over the years, they've been efficient within that passing game, being able to throw the football to complement a very physical running game. Nice play.
Short pass finds the tight end. Force out of bounds after a nice gain. The offense is knocking on the door with a first and goal.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
And the Wolverines hoping to punch it in here. They have first and goal. Quarterback keeps the football. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Oh, gosh, give this defense all the credit in the world. They had their eyes in the right position, playing assignment football. Quarterback just looking for daylight. Couldn't find anywhere to go there on the keeper on the option. Again, that's great assignment football by the defense.
So from the 9-yard line, it's second and goal. It's a bootleg looking to throw. Swarm by the pass rush, a sack.
If you're going to throw the ball this close to your own goal line, you got to go with a quick game to get the ball out fast to give your quarterback a chance. Otherwise, consider running the football. Something different from sitting back and holding the ball and giving the defense a chance to come up with a big sack.
Third and very long, looking to throw. Oh, the pass is picked off. He's brought down quickly, but that takeaway is a huge play for this defense.
Well, we're just here in this first half, and this defense is all over. That's their second interception. Good job of pressuring the quarterback, making him uncomfortable, and forcing the ball into coverage.
To the air, it's Williams. Looking for the wideout. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. Now here he goes at the 10. And it's a long-distance house call. Touchdown, Texas.
Well, that was almost the entire length of the field. What a play by this offense. A nice throw, but really it's about the receiver making a catch and showing you what he can do with the ball after.
Then he knocks the PAT right down the middle. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line. Good job by the coverage team. Here's a wrinkle now. They go to the Wildcat formation with an extra blocker. Let's see how this works out. Direct snap. They're going to run it. Back gets the carry. That's a solid gain out of the Wildcat, but not enough for the first down.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance and a really nice gain.
They'll come up in Wildcat formation. Let's see what the call is. And it's a direct snap. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
Tell you, this defense continues to just be physical at the line of scrimmage. Offense can't do anything on the ground, and by doing that, this defense is allowing their defensive front to get pressure on the quarterback. Every time they drop back to throw, they become a one-dimensional offense.
offense looking to convert on 3rd and short from the 27. To throw, it's Moore. And it's incomplete. The defensive pressure affected his throw that time.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. 3rd and short, your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes. Is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
And at 4th down, they'll punt it away here. And that sets up a return. When he's got some space here. He's going to head out of bounds, but not before picking up some good yardage on the return. The Longhorns offense takes the field. This offense scores the defense with a lightning strike, a one-play touchdown in the last possession. Let's see if they can duplicate that magic here. It's an RPO. The quarterback gets it out quickly. But the play loses yardage. Very tough 2nd down coming up now.
Man, the defense was all over that play. Just left him almost no room to work after catching the ball.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Grab down the middle. It's Simon. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Again, this is a really nice job here by the defense, keeping everything in front of them in that situation. Now they're rewarded with this 3rd and long. We'll see if they do the same thing here, or are they going to sell out and bring the pressure.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Gets made on the out route.
When you throw an out route against man coverage, and it puts a premium on the receiver who can set up the defensive back to be able to still have room to get to the outside and be timed up with a quarterback. That was great execution.
Surprise offense going for it on 4th down. Dropping back, it's Williams looking for his back. Grab near the sticks, it's Simon. Tackled at the 28. This offense threatening now another 1st down. It's the 2-minute timeout. We've got a blowout developing here. The Longhorns have 1st and 10 here. They'll try the right here. The gain is 3. Now it's 2nd down and 7. Longhorns come to the line in a hurry up. On the jet sweep. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
Great recognition and discipline here by this defense on that touch pass. You know, these touch passes can be a real test on that defense, and they passed this test with flying colors, blowing that play up.
Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. Lets it fly to the wideout. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now.
What a hit there on 3rd down. The timing was perfect, and now we got a big 4th down play.
So now on comes the field goal unit. Oh, and he knocks it right through. And that will extend their lead even further. After adding 3 more points to the lead, they're set to kick it off.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Here's the first play of the drive now, backed up at the 15. Back to pass. It's Moore. The pocket breaking down. Pressured and dropped back at the 8-yard line.
That's the third sack now, and we're not even to halftime. The offense is losing. They're getting whipped up front at the line of scrimmage. The offensive coordinator better make some adjustments, or this thing could snowball.
This pass rush has been a problem. Another sack sets up 2nd and long. An inside give now from the shotgun. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier. Absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. The pass rush closing in. Caught over the middle. It's Stewart.
Well, this is why this guy's one of the top wide receivers in college football. It's 3rd down. The defense knows you're probably going to go to him, and they still can't stop him from coming down with a big play.
The offense will set up on 1st and 10. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. He cannot escape. It's a sack.
I can't believe the amount of pressure this defense is getting on this quarterback. Sack after sack. Well, you got to think about changing things up. The snap count, the scheme, anything at all to help this offensive line. They're overmatched so far in this game.
Bringing pressure. Running back has it on a screen now. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the 2nd quarter.
Now the defense is getting pressure on the quarterback. They got a little bit fooled here by the screenplay. Nice positive gain for the offense.
The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Looking for a deep completion. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the 1st half. About time this offense gets going. It's a 1st and 10. Looking downfield. It's Moore. Fires it to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, that's exactly what you need to do as a receiver in these kind of situations near the end of the half. Get some positive yards, but also stopping the clock is just as important.
And it sails right through the middle of the uprights. Solid kick. Miller's going to wrap up the 1st half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. Wolverines will kick it off to begin the 2nd half. He'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. Passing game's been on fire. The defense has had no answer for it. Let's see if they found some solutions at halftime. They'll tackle him right at the 31. Longhorns looking to crank up the tempo a bit.
That's a really good run by this offense. And Chris, here they go. Up-tempo offense looking for a 1st down.
Intercepted, picked up by the defense. Not a great return, but the interception wipes out the scoring threat and gives the offense the ball at the 32.
Well, Chris, halftime is about trying to make adjustments off what you learned from the 1st half. You come out to start the 2nd half thinking about this is how we're going to set the tone, and you throw an interception. It's going to put a lot of pressure on this quarterback the rest of the game.
Dropping back. It's Moore. Makes the grab. It's Mush. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Handoff here from the shotgun. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play.
Boy, how about this defense? Just so physical against the run. These guys have not been able to do anything on the ground, and it's because of that defensive line and those linebackers taking away the run game.
Third down. This offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. And now it's fumbled. What a decision. The defense makes the recovery a turnover.
How about this defense flying in there trying to get their hand on the ball? They do. They're able to pounce on it for a big turnover.
The Longhorns offense takes the field. This drive is important. Last one and an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. He's got the first and still going. Breaks a tackle into the clear. Breaks free down the left side. End zone ahead. Touchdown, Longhorns. He would not be denied. They couldn't get him to the ground.
Oh, my. What a great play call here by the offensive coordinator. The running back received some great blocking up front and just took off with it, carving up this defense all the way to the end zone.
And the extra point was up and good. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away.
Texas.
He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. Come to the line in the Wildcat formation. Defense got to be on alert here. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. Looking to pass here. Grab near the sticks. It's Moore. They bring him down, but a huge gain. They cross midfield to the 49.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
With one explosive play there across midfield. First down at the 49. Looking to throw. It's Moore. Caught. He's wide open. Look out. Touchdown, Wolverines. Strong game by this quarterback. That's a crucial response for this offense, but still plenty of work to do here in the third quarter.
Well, I love that they're still fighting and competing. You can tell they've made some adjustments at half and try to get them back into this game. And that score is a great start.
Point after, up and good. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Bringing it out, it's Butler. And they stop him short of the 25 there. The offense begins at the 22. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. Opening play of the drive, he looks right for a completion. Breaking free at midfield. Muscles past the defender. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up with a first down.
What a gain here. Big play for this offense. The quarterback and receiver just seem to be in sync. Tough on that corner to try to make a play on that ball.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Finding space at the 20. Refusing to be brought down. Touchdown, Texas.
This is such a well-designed play here, Chris. The offensive line opens things up initially, but you can see the speed of the back and the effort by the receivers not to be selfish. These guys are blocking downfield. That's why he got that ball to the end zone.
Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown.
Texas.
And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. Breaks an open space. He's in the clear. And that gain enough for a fresh set of downs. Spotted at the 48.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. But when teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
And they'll go right back to him on first down.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example of a defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Important second down play coming up. To throw, it's Moore. Football comes out. The defense scoops it up.
That's a great play by the defender who forced the fumble, but it's also recognized a heads-up play from the guy who recovered it. They're in the right place at just the right time.
The Longhorns offense takes the field. They take the field with serious momentum. They have been tough to stop so far. Can they keep it going? From the shotgun, handoff inside. The Longhorns looking to run some tempo here. Second down, looking to throw it. He escapes the pocket. Going to try to use his legs here. Finds room at the 30. Scoots out of bounds after a nice pickup on that running play.
Well, here's a quarterback that just takes control for himself. Picking up some nice yards when nothing else is there. This guy's a real threat.
Another chunk play. This offense is really clicking. Looking for a gap. It's Simon. Going absolutely nowhere. It'll be a loss of the play. Offense right to the line. Playing with tempo now.
Well, that was definitely not what they had in mind. But look at this. Here comes the tempo again. Undeterred by the tackle for a loss.
Finds his man. It's Simon. They bring him down after a short gain there.
Well, this is the risk you take when you play man-to-man coverage and you leave a linebacker on a running back. The quarterback does a nice job of seeing that mismatch and getting the ball to the back for some good yards.
Looking to pass. It's Williams. Cannot connect. Incomplete, and now fourth down.
Well, they decide to throw the ball here on third down and short. I really thought the easy thing is just run the quarterback or hand it off, pick up the first down, keep this drive alive, and get 6 points on the board.
So here on fourth down, out comes the field goal team. He was successful with his first attempt. This one is from 35 yards out. He missed it. Off target that time. That miss leaves us with a 21-point game.
Well, that's going to go down as an empty possession for this offense. No points as he's off target. Now you can see he's hanging his head. Poor kicker.
Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. Here's the handoff on a counter. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure a defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take a lead in this game at some point.
That's caught. It's Marsh. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker. Third down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the third quarter. And the back now goes in motion. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it here. Grab down the middle. It's Stewart. That picks up a first down. They'll spot it at the 39.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
Dropping back. It's Moore. Makes the catch. It's Stewart.
Well, the defense didn't have any time at all to get pressure on the quarterback. He gets the ball out of his hands pretty quickly on the hitch to the receiver.
That completion makes it second down. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. They stop him, but this offense is threatening now at the plus 43.
Well, just a great play by the running back here. Just finding his lanes and exploding through the gap when it opened up.
The Wolverines looking to keep this drive rolling. They'll try and run it. Here's the running back. He goes nowhere. Stop cold behind the line of scrimmage. Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. The pass ball is incomplete. Took a deep shot on the final play of the third quarter. Final quarter coming up. So one final quarter to play. It's going to take a lot to turn this game around, but strange things do happen in college football. First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Oh, look, he's chucking it deep again. Oh, and he could not hold on. Would have been a huge gain.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
Complete to the running back. Can he get first down yardage? They bring him down to the 27. This offense really threatening now.
Finally, good for them. They come up with a big play like this. Let's face it, offense has been at a premium for these guys. You wonder where plays like this have been all game long.
That's a nice play. It'll set him up first down now at the 12. And the Wolverines come to the line looking to crank up the tempo. And looking to throw now on first down. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Boy, what a job here by this defense, mixing up their looks. They get to him again, hit him as releasing the ball. Just a rough night for the poor quarterback, and a great job by the defense of winning the line of scrimmage and affecting the quarterback.
Running out of time in the pocket. And it's picked off in the end zone. They finally bring him down, but what a return after the takeaway.
Well, that interception really about cost them the game here. And I understand. You got to do everything you can to get back in it, down by a couple scores. But the interception, for the most part, seals the deal for the defense.
And while this is incomplete, we have a flag down in the field. Let's see what this is all about. Well, the lineman a little too far downfield, like a sheep wandering away from the flock. And that's a costly penalty. Ball handed off. Solid gain there. Moves the ball up to the 32.
What a shock, right? I mean, this guy once again gets his hands on the football, and great things seems to happen. He's over 120 yards on the day, and it's really been a combination of his vision and speed, along with really dominant offensive line play.
On first down, they'll keep their running game churning. A gain good for just a few yards. The defense swarming to the football.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game. Held him just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Makes a quick grab. He's found some room at the 45. And he breaks loose down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Longhorn.